Hello YouTube, welcome back to this week's video. This is 2E0IQJ. So today's video I want to show you an application I use on my phone when I'm doing ham radio related stuff. Now the application is available for iOS and it's available for Android. There are two versions. There's a paid version and there's the free version. The paid version, you get rid of all the annoying ads and so on. So if we run the application, which is called Amateur Radio Toolkit, you'll see here we've got a coordinates calculator, a grid square calculator, distance calculator. You can convert units, you've got your location. So with that you can put on your GPS, tells you your longitude, tells you your latitude, also tells you your grid square locator. Very handy if you're out and about doing a SSB contest on 2 meters, where you're going IO91, Victor Charlie, IO91, well where am I? I'm at a new place, where am I? And all you do, run the app and it'll tell you where your location is and your latitude and longitude coordinates and so on. You've got a dipole calculator. So if I click on dipole calculator, and you see here we've got frequency, total length A and element length B. So I type in a frequency, say 14.200, and it says total length is 10.07 meters and element length B needs to be 5.0352 meters. So last week I used 5 meters. I did half a 20, which was 10, half a 10 was 5, so I did 5 meters each side and just used the tuner. But if I wanted to make it for a specific frequency, I could do it using this app here. It's not just HF you can do it on. You can do it on, say, 145.000. You see there, total length for 2 meters is 0.98 meters, so roughly a meter. And each length has to be around about 49 centimeters. I used again 2 meters, half 2 meters a meter. Half of that is 50 centimeters. Each element was about 50 centimeters in length when I did the no solder dipole. You can also do that. It'll also work for 27 megs as well, so 27.555 for you CB aficionados. And it says total length is 5.896 meters, and each length a radio has to element length B has to be 2.5948 meters, so around about 2.6 meters, which you can use there for making a dipole for 27.555. If we go down again, you got a small magnetic loop you can make up with this, and tells you what lengths and stuff should be. That was one of the things that are only available in the Pro version. You can also do your VSWR, do your ERP. What we want to do is Ohm's law. There you go, and we can put in our voltage. So I want to do 13.8 volts, which is like your power supply, and we're going to do a power, and we're going to do 10 watts. It's telling us now that the resistance is 19.044 ohms and the current is 0.72464 amps. There we go. So I want to be a bit naughty, 100 watts. It would calculate that we're using the current is around about 7 amps, just over 7 amps there. If you wanted to build, say, a 2 meter like Yogi or 3 element Yogi Beam, you can do that one. You can go to 3 element Yogi. We can input our frequency, so 145.0. It tells you what reflector length A and driven length B is. Press done, and director length C and spacing should be. It tells you how you can make your own 2 meter dipole there. You can also use that for 70 sems and so on. If we go down, we have the resistor color code, and there we go. You can then change the resistor. If you find a resistor in a kit, oh, what resistor is this? Look the color code up on here. Say brown, black, red and gold is a 1K resistor at 5% tolerance. Now when we did our 2E course, I learned resistor colour codes. I watched about 8 different YouTube videos, didn't learn nothing from them. Watched the 9th YouTube video, which is about 35 seconds long, and I knew the resistor colour codes off by heart. So that was quite a handy video. Can't remember where the video was now. Let's see if I can find it and link it in the description below if I can find it. You can do resistors in parallel and resistors in series. Now if we do resistors in parallel, it says number of resistors, we're going to do 2, and it says resistance, let's do 100 ohm resistors, 100 ohm resistors, and you see there the resistance is now 50 ohms because we're doing it in parallel. And there we go, you just built yourself a very simple QRP dummy load, which I should be trying at some point. 200 ohm resistors in parallel gives us 50 ohms, and the way you test that is once you build it, plug it into an antenna analyzer and it should read a perfect SWR, should read the 50 ohms. Now you can do that resistors in parallel. You can also do it in series as well. You've got a dB calculator, You've got capacitors in parallel, capacitors in series. There's loads this app can do, and if wanted to do, say, a unit conversion, so I want to do, someone says, oh, 13.6 feet. So I go down to feet, or foot, I can then do 13.6, and what's that in meters? You can see there 13.6, according to the app, is 4.1453 meters. So when you're doing some wire lengths, someone says it in foot, or someone says it in meters, you can convert foot to meters, meters to feet, you can do meters to kilometers, and so on, using the app. Now the app does a hell of a lot more than what I've shown you in this video. If I go to other apps, you see here we've got an electronics toolkit, and we've also got a physics toolkit. I think the electronics toolkit does things with Arduino, so I'll be looking into that and playing around with that at some point. So I've got an Arduino board upstairs that I haven't done a lot with, except make a flashing light. I did have one that was going to do a subscriber count for YouTube, but I couldn't get it to work. It said subscribers on the screen, but I can never get my subscriber count to come up. It just says 0 subscribers. Anyhow, that was a quick look at the amateur radio toolkit that I use when I'm making up antennas, looking at resistor colour codes, calculating Ohm's law, and so on. It's available for iOS and available for Android, and it's a £1.99 that I paid on iOS, which is the paid version. To get a free version, some of the antennas you can't build or some things you can't do, it's greyed out, it just says Pro, and all it does really is remove the annoying ads and give you the extra things, the extra features. Anyhow, if you found this video of some use and know what to do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, the other button seems to work too. But as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. This is 2E0IQJ73 for now.